partners.
Welcome back to NewsX World. I'm Asuma Katauka and you're watching Focal Length, where we get you a briefing on topics from across the world. After a brief moment of optimism following a U.S. brokered ceasefire, fighting has erupted once again along the Cambodia-Thailand border. Both sides are trading blame, agreements have been suspended, and decades-old territorial disputes are back in focus. With humanitarian costs rising and diplomatic options narrowing, questions are being raised about whether peace efforts were ever built on solid ground and who can realistically help end this long-running tension. To discuss this, we are joined by Ambassador Pou Sothirak, Senior Distinguished Advisor to the Cambodian Center for Regional Studies. He's a former Cambodian minister, a veteran diplomat who served as ambassador to Japan, and a key voice on regional peace and security in Southeast Asia. Thank you very much for joining us on Focal Length, Ambassador Sothirak. My first question to you is, President Donald Trump has brokered a peace deal in July with both Cambodian and Thai leaders present, but that ceasefire has now collapsed. What unresolved issue made a return to violence that seems inevitable?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for this opportunity to have me on your program. Just a quick clarification regarding both sides rejecting peace declaration brokered by Donald Trump. I wanted to make clear that Cambodia always maintained our firm support and commitment to the ceasefire agreement signed by both Prime Minister, that is Prime Minister of Cambodia and Thailand, and witnessed by Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia, the ASEAN chair, and President Donald Trump in Kuala Lumpur. We always appreciate the effort made by Donald Trump. So just to make sure that when you frame about both sides rejecting Cambodia side, we have never rejecting the role of President Trump in finding peaceful settlement to these issues. Now, the unresolved issues that have caused this latest inevitability to happen again, in my view, is a decision made by both the Thai civilian government and the Thai military to toss away not only the ceasefire agreement signed in July, but the peace accord that was that has been signed in October also. And you probably know that this is the Thai media and the government have said that they no longer count on ceasefire, and this is a sort of like an open invitation to have a conflict again using military means. So Thailand has been reverting to the use of a brute force excessively, in my view, to settle the border dispute with Cambodia. And some of the reason behind it, not just the military action, but you have to understand there's a Thai domestic politics with snapshot elections that going to be held within the 2 months' time, reinforce this recent flare-up as well. So what I'm saying is there's a Thai military aggression coupled on internal domestic political issues of Thailand as well. And in fact, Thailand justified using strong military attack on Cambodia. Again, in my view, is based on the perception that Cambodia is a threat to Thailand's sovereignty. Now, I have a question: how a small state with much less military power threaten a bigger and much more stronger state? I'm still not sure if I can accept whatever from Thailand side that we are a threat to them. You know, what do we have? Thailand have, in my view, a firm military objective to neutralize the Cambodian armed forces, to seize the 3 Cambodian temples, Prasat Tamon Thom, Prasat Tamon Tut, Prasat Takrabai, and the land situated in a so-called Emerald Triangle, which define them, and as well also other land that is erupted along the border. We have about 800-kilometer border between Thailand and Cambodia. And these caused by basically Thailand is using its own unilaterally drawn map. That to me, that is probably the biggest issue that need to be settled. Thailand has been firm in avoiding external mediation. They opt out from international law such as the ICJ, and they repeatedly use the concept of offensive deterrent to hit hard on Cambodia using military means. Offensive deterrents mean that they see Cambodia a threat, but I think it's not that they see, they make it up. They think that Cambodia is a threat, and we're not a threat. We have no intention whatsoever to seize any territory from Thailand. We have only commit ourselves to just safeguarding what rightfully belong to us. So I think this is my answer to your first questions.
Thank you. And the United States and Malaysia and ASEAN chair were involved in the previous ceasefire, given the deep roots of this conflict. Who do you think can realistically mediate a lasting settlement? ASEAN, the US, the United Nations, or some other actor?
Well, thank you again for very important questions. Now, facing imminent military threat from Thailand, Cambodia seek peaceful resolve over the border dispute with Thailand through third-party mediation, such as the UN, ASEAN, the International Court of Justice, and other friends to both Cambodia and Thailand, especially the US, and if I may so, also China and other close friends around us, Japan, Australia, the EU, just to name a few. As well as individual ASEAN head of government from ASEAN country individually, not just collectively, but we count on good neighboring friend within the region to help mediate this ceasefire. Thailand, on the other hand, keep insisting on bilateral talk, of which Cambodia has expressed willingness to pursue this track as well, particularly the existing bilateral mechanism such as the Joint Border Committee or the General Border Committee. Both bilateral negotiation has been bogged down with the choice made by Thailand to use its own one-sidedness drawn map, as I mentioned just a while ago, without any legal value for Cambodia. On the other hand, we always adhere to the Franco-Siamese produced map by the 1904 Convention and the 1907 Treaty between then France, Indochina, and Siam, which has legal value and helped Cambodia win over a few cases before when we take the issues to the ICJ in 1962, and again we win again in 2013 concerning the ownership of the famous Hindu temple, the Prasat Pravihir, and the land surrounding that temple. So the map that Cambodia insisted on using is referenced in the 2000 MOU signed by both governments, and therefore it should be a legal basis of using this map to demarcate the international border between Cambodia and Thailand. In the past, there has been attempt from the far-right Thai politician and military to even cancel the 2000 MOU with Cambodia. This is another big issue in my view is if the MOU is cancelled, this closed down the official communication between two sides with regard to settling the border between the two countries. If we leave the dispute to both Cambodia and Thailand, in my own view, without external help, the result is clear. Thailand will emerge as winner because of its military supremacy, and Cambodia is a loser as a smaller and weaker state. So by winning over Cambodia, I mean that Thailand rely on its strategy of using military means to resolve the dispute. They don't count on any peaceful settlement of dispute. So on the contrary, by referring peaceful way to settle the dispute, Cambodia count on all friends of both our country and Thailand to help mediate a peaceful settlement of this tragic dispute. And Cambodia still have firm faith with friends like the US, China, EU, France, Australia, Japan, Korea, the UK, and all other ASEAN member states to help encourage Thailand to stop using force and return to the talking table. For me, the ceasefire agreement and the peace accord that has been put in place by President Trump and ASEAN Chair Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim are the only viable framework that can resolve the border dispute peacefully, not the action that is taken by the Thai military at the moment. So this is my answer to your second question.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, for sharing that insight. And now to my third question. Thailand's economy is significantly larger, like you said, than Cambodia's. Given the humanitarian and economic costs for Cambodian citizens, how long is this conflict sustainable before the costs clearly outweigh any perceived benefits?
Well, another very good questions here. Now, the 5-day military clash that happened before in late July along the border. Now it has been 9 day now, flaring up the second time. This is to the people of both sides, particularly the border people. This is very detrimental. It has profound impact on Cambodia and Thailand economically and livelihood. There has been livelihood affected, a huge amount of displaced population, as much as 200,000, 300,000 on the Cambodian side, and I'm sure on the Thai side just as much. And the border zone, the fear of military clash has been relentless and very hazardous. And maybe you know of the latest, Thailand have used again F-16 to drop bomb well within Cambodian airspace, as far as 70 kilometers deep into the territory of Cambodia. And we still cannot understand what and in what legal aspect that Thailand can justify using such a lethal weapon. So the economic disruption is clear, and both country will have to withstand the substantial decrease in trade due to border, the significant change in the consumption pattern within Cambodia, resulting to the boycott movement against Thai business, and the Thai good that has been trading with Cambodia or coming in and available on the Cambodian market, and the social economic cost of massive influx of labor, unemployment, and mass exodus of Cambodian civilian at the border. It's really bad in my view. So the economic loss is very big.
And building on that, how is this conflict being managed on the Cambodian side internally? Is there strong public sentiment in favor of confrontation with Thailand, or is there pressure for restraint?
Well, how Cambodia manage the conflicts? We pursue diplomatic way of settle dispute, and we want to make sure that at the UN they are aware of what's going on the ground, as well as other countries that are friendly to both countries, that are also wanted to see peace settle between the two sides. So we using diplomacy mainly, and also we count on the understanding that third-party mediation is very much needed to ensure that Thailand ceases hostility. And so, whereas the public sentiment between Cambodia and Thailand is really bad, and partly, mainly, it's because of extreme nationalism from both sides, and until the settlement of this dispute peacefully can be achieved, both the public sentiment, not just in my country but in Thailand as well, will be a very difficult issues between the two sides. In other words, the peaceful coexistence between state and people-to-people relation will be severely damaged because of these conflicts as well.
Right. And Ambassador, now looking ahead, what does Cambodia actually hope to achieve in the long term? What would a successful diplomatic or political outcome look like for lasting peace?
Yeah, again, thank you very much for these very important questions. I think for the long-term basis, what we, just for a short period of fighting that erupted along the border and now deeper inside Cambodia, for us, it's a good time to reflect, and it should be served as lesson learned that we need to have a better foresight and deep into the future and trying to build up our national resilience as much as possible to withstand threat from our neighbor. As a small state and much weaker than Thailand in almost every aspect of the everything else, including economic sphere of influences and military capability. So for the long term, I'm sure that the Cambodian government will, when the dust is settled down, if we can find peace, we have to begin with a vision that how we can peacefully coexist with Thailand. We need to deeply think about it, and then also increase our national ability to withstand some very unfortunate circumstances such as this one, and to better prepare ourselves for future accident. Now, the outcome of diplomacy and conflict would be successful for Cambodia or not in achieving peace. Again, Cambodia have good faith, very strong confidence with the international community, the UN, and friends to both Cambodia and Thailand, particularly President Donald Trump. He have called again the second time. A lot of people ask me what is the effects of his call. I said that his call remained very, very important, and I think that President Donald Trump does not like a small state ignoring his request, and that precisely to say that Thailand should not ignore his request to return to peaceful settlement of dispute. All he asked for is to stop fighting and return back to the talking table, and Cambodia is very much forward. We have never sent any message that we walk away from the peace talk. So I think all in all, the outcome of diplomacy still prevail. It's still the best option for Cambodia. As I said, Cambodia always opt for peace and diplomacy to resolve dispute with Thailand, and we want to live in peace with Thailand as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador Pou Sothirak, for sharing your insights on this extremely timely discussion with us on Focal Length. With that, it's a wrap on this episode of the Focal Length. For more international news and updates, stay tuned on NewsX World.